Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. These are low carb bagels. I absolutely love bagels, and being on a keto or low carb diet, you often miss out on bagels, pastries, things like that. That's why I always try to bring you guys a low carb keto friendly version that you can make at home. And this one is going to be one of the easiest recipes that you are going to make. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start preheating your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. While that's preheating, we're gonna mix our ingredients. And literally all you will need is 2 ingredients, kind of 3 because you'll need an egg wash. But for the actual bagel itself, almond flour and Greek yogurt, that is literally it. I'm gonna take my almond flour. You guys already know all of my measurements and ingredients are down in the description below, so head down there to see how much and what I'm using. I'm gonna dump my almond flour into a larger bowl. And for this particular recipe, I am using non-fat Greek yogurt. Now, it really doesn't matter if you use full fat, non-fat, whatever your preference is. This is the one that was available to me when I went shopping, so that's what I got. If you're trying to include more fat and this is kind of your way of getting your fat intake in for your macros throughout the day, do the full fat version, but it's really not gonna make a difference when you're actually baking it. I am gonna use 1 cup of Greek yogurt. So I'm gonna need a little bit of the second one because one of these containers is only 5 ounces. So I'm gonna add that to my almond flour. This is just such an easy recipe. You can make a lot of these ahead of time. You can freeze them so they're ready to go, make them into breakfast sandwiches, take them to work. Really super, super easy, and they hold up really well, especially if you are someone that likes to meal prep and make stuff throughout the whole, for the entire week. This is a really great recipe for you to use. All right, so that is about 1 cup. We're gonna start mixing all this together. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also like this video. The great thing is not only are these bagels low carb and keto friendly, but they are also high in protein because we're using the almond flour and we're using the Greek yogurt. Once your dough is ready, we're going to put it on a wooden board and we're gonna separate it into 2 pieces. What you're going to do with the 2 pieces is you're gonna roll them out into a log. And as you can see, it is not too sticky. All the dough is staying together. If it's a little bit too sticky, it just means there's too much Greek yogurt or too much moisture from the Greek yogurt. So just add a little bit of almond flour until it doesn't completely stick to your hands. Let's roll this out. And now we're going to cut this into 3 even pieces. Do the same thing for the second half. So with this recipe, you can really get 6 bagels, so just increase the amount by however many bagels you wanna make. Next, you're going to take a sheet pan and you're gonna line it with parchment paper. I sprayed down some avocado oil spray before I put the parchment paper on. That's just to help it stick better. It makes it a little bit easier and the parchment paper doesn't fly away while you're working with your hands above it. So you're gonna take each of the 6 pieces that you now have, or however many that you've made, and you're going to shape it into the donut. So not the donut, well, I guess it could be a donut, but the bagel in this case. And you're gonna shape it into the ring like this and place it down on your parchment paper. You wanna make sure when you're making your donut that after you cross it like this, you're just connecting the pieces so that it's completely smooth. That way it doesn't fall apart and separate while you're baking it. Also, you guys, if you haven't followed me on my social media, make sure to see the links down in the description. It is the same, Leah's Paladar, on Instagram and TikTok as well. Our bagels are ready for the topping, so I'm gonna take an egg and we're gonna beat it so that we can do an egg wash. We're gonna take a brush, a silicone brush, and just brush the top of our bagels. Now the great thing about this recipe is because the actual dough is so simple, you can really do whatever kind of bagel you want. Sesame, everything, just a plain bagel, whatever your heart desires, put whatever kind of toppings you want, even ones that you don't typically see. You could do Italian, onion, really it's up to you. You could also make these sweet bagels. If you wanted to, you could mix into the dough like chocolate chips to make a chocolate chip bagel or blueberries. It really is whatever you want it to be. Now, before I put my toppings on, I'm gonna take some sea salt and top my bagels just to season them a little bit. And now for 3 of them, I'm gonna do onion bagel, and for the other 3, I'm gonna do a sesame bagel. Sprinkle a little bit of the onion on top. You could use like dried onion pieces if you wanted. I'm just gonna use onion powder. And then for these 3, I'm gonna do the sesame seeds. These bagels are ready to go into the oven. We're gonna bake them for about 20 to 22 minutes. Just check at 20, see if you need a couple extra minutes of baking, and I will see you guys once they're done. Our bagels are finished, and once they're done, they're gonna look nice and golden like this. Just note, when you are making these bagels, they will be the same size as when you put them in the oven, obviously because we don't have any baking powder or baking soda in there, so they're not going to expand when they cook. If you wanna make this a larger bagel, just add more dough. Instead of doing the added amount of ingredients to make multiples, you could just increase it into the actual bagel itself to make it larger. Whatever your heart desires. Now I'm ready for the taste test. We're gonna take one of these sesame bagels. This is the one I am craving right now. I'm just going to cut it in half. As you can see, it holds up super well. Perfect on the inside. Let's go ahead and put some cream cheese on this. I'm gonna take some cream cheese. Again, make this bagel your own. Do whatever you want with it. Put whatever toppings you want on it. This is your bagel. Super easy, low carb, high protein. Cheers, guys. The nice thing about these bagels is they're not super duper dry. It is a really nice texture and just so easy to make for meal prep. I can't wait for you guys to try this one. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.